guys, it's your girl Coco and welcome to my channel. So it's 8:30 in the morning and I'm on my way to Shenzhen because I am in need of a massage and I do want to check out some of the spas there. So let's go. I started off by making my way to the MTR station with my starting point in MEHHH. To get to Lowu Station from MEHHH, you take the Tunma line to Hongham and then change trains. By the way, you can also get to Shenzhen by car or bus. By train, however, you can take either the high-speed rail at Austin Station or the MTR railway line. Taking the high-speed rail will cost you anywhere from 75 to 80 Hong Kong dollars for tickets with specific timing, and you have to be at the station at least an hour or so earlier to get through immigration, whilst taking the MTR will cost you around $50 and you don't have to rush. From Hongham, depending on where you want to enter into Shenzhen, you take the train headed towards Lowu or Lok Ma Chau if you want to exit into Futian. It's a very pleasant ride where you can chill and catch the scenery on a good day. Take note, I'm traveling early morning after rush hour on a weekday, so my experience this morning can be very different to, say, a weekend or during rush hour. Once you get to Lowu, prepare for some chaos. Again, this is a weekday and you can already see there is a good number of people because a lot of these people aren't tourists. Many of them actually cross the border daily, whether it's for work, transit, or for shopping. So when you get there, follow the signs that say Shenzhen. You will see a public restroom to your left and a large sign that says no waiting. Just go straight as there are clear signs to follow depending on whether you are a visitor or a Hong Kong resident. Follow the appropriate path where you will officially exit the train station and go through the first border control, the Hong Kong checkpoint. You then walk across and at this point you are literally crossing over to enter China. Congrats! Going straight will lead you to the second border control. Sidebar, if you've applied for the mainland travel permit and you've entered China a specific number of times, complete with fingerprint scanning, you will then be eligible to apply for the e-channel pass, which is way faster. At this point, I'm already in Shenzhen and just going through a scanning of luggages and bags. After all that, you are finally in Shenzhen. Specifically, we are at Lowu, which by the way can be quite overwhelming because it's such a busy area no matter what time of the day. So to get to where I want to go, I need to take the subway train, specifically Line 9 to Renmin South, which is a bit of a walk from the Lowu Underground station. No worries, there's so much to do and see on the underground, and the trains are actually quite clean. Queen Spa is located on the Line 9 train stop, Xiangxichen, which is one stop away. As I mentioned, the trains are decent here. Yeah, sorry, nothing compares to the New York subway, I guess. A quick 3-minute walk from the station takes me to Queen Spa. From the outside, I really didn't know what to expect. The building itself felt old and outdated. Upon entering, however, the place seemed to be well maintained, albeit a little tacky, very bright, and there was loud dance music playing. I went down a flight of stairs into the main reception, which was spacious and comfy. I waited for a bit. After that, I was led into the changing rooms where several ladies helped point out the lockers. As you can see, the locker is big enough to house a bag, clothes, and has a shoe compartment. There is no lock code on the lockers, but it's more of an electronic tap. The first thing I did was sign up for a hot mugwort bath. I wasn't allowed to take videos, but it was basically me sitting in this tub and being continuously splashed with water across my body, wearing a disposable bra and undies. After the bath, I took the lift up one floor to the lounge area, and boy, was it literally a lounge. The entire floor was basically filled with beds, and the lights were out. People were legit knocked out and snoring. Each bed came with a TV that allowed you to watch shows, movies, or play games. Beside the weird, direct Chinese to English translation that made absolutely no sense whatsoever, the services you could request for included foot massage, ear picking, and or beauty services, which I did not try. I found it hilarious that the beauticians posted on the pad were heavily filtered, and I suspect they did not look like that IRL. On the other side of the floor, there were more rest areas, but a combination of beanbag pillows. Interestingly, as I walked along, I also found that this side of the floor housed capsule beds that you could rent for hours. I legit think at most 2 people could fit into a capsule, which was complete with a TV and cushioning.
There were also small rooms with double sofa beds that included a TV, in case you can't get enough privacy. As you can see in the shot, the lights are now much more brighter because they turned it on closer to lunchtime. There is also a fruit bar for unlimited fruit and some random Chinese snacks. You can get a special drink here, first cup for free, but there are also unlimited canned or bottled drinks further along, so really the supply is endless. If you get bored or want to indulge, there's a game corner complete with Xboxes, PS5s, as well as Nintendo Switches. There's also a random corner with a toy display and some billiard tables. There was also a random corner at the end with more private rooms, but these smelled heavily like smoke, so beware. After that, I decided to venture onwards and go up the 4th floor, which housed the restaurant, but decided to skip that for now and went through a random corridor that took me straight to the 5th floor to check out the swimming pool area, which did not seem super clean to me. There was also an indoor golf area, which I didn't capture here. Instead, I wandered a corridor that housed the VIP rooms before deciding to turn back and go down 1 floor to the restaurant, because frankly, at this point, I was hungry. Now, the package I purchased included a meal, but you can see they offer dim sums and the usual Chinese dishes. I decided to get a safe option, which is like a pork rib version of gong zhao nao ho. You know, the flat noodles with beef, and it was yummy. Then I randomly fast-tracked the scene, parang emo sad girl pero joke lang guys, I'm always happy. After my meal, I decided to call it a day, went back to the changing room, took a few more shots of the vanity and dressing area, and then settled the bill, which I made sure to double check. And now, on to my thoughts.
So I'm done for the day. In terms of costing and breakdown and my honest reviews, I purchased the package off Klook for 194 renminbi. That includes the basics, but you have access to the spa, use one of the day beds, stay there for 8 hours, all that jazz. It comes with a meal, so that's good. And then in addition to that, I decided to try out the bath. So there are a couple of options, and I picked one at 66 renminbi. And then there's a tip on top of that you can choose to add. So I did add an additional tip of 100 renminbi. And with service charge, the entire thing came up to around 200-ish, a little over 200. Everything cost me nearly 400 Hong Kong dollars today, which I feel for the services, for the place itself, it wasn't really worth it. But then again, who am I to compare to? In Hong Kong, if you go to a spa, it's very expensive. So I think for the price you get here in Shenzhen, it's not bad. I'm really hoping to cover a couple of other spas on my next visit to Shenzhen. I've heard of Ten Spa. I've heard good reviews about that place. So let's see. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'm gonna head back to Hong Kong. I hope to catch you guys next time in Life with the Coco.